and repeats that the selection authority is designated and that government has no role to play in the text and context of N rules.
Notes, this is the
Karnataka in Karnataka, the Karnataka State Police, including ministerial services, recruitment, amendment rules 2009. Original rule ಯಾವುದು?
2004.
Amendment with recruitment rules 2004 as amended from time to time. Now we are asking you,
Please.
did the government play any role in this?
Notes, the selection authority wrote to the government for permission, my lords, to issue appointment orders in the without issuance of a final select list, in the context of the fact that the procedures prior to the provisional select list and the final select list were completed in respect of most of the candidates, in view of the vacancies that were available, and we cannot fill these vacancies because it's a police inspector vacancies through contract or outsourcing. And in view of the extent vacancy position, my lords, permission was sought from the government.
How long vacancy position was continuing?
Please, my lords, we have stated that also.
Yes, just give from which date to which date, what was the vacancy position? Where was the urgency? Wherever so many vacancies do occur or exist, have you taken up the same consistent stand in rest of the departments? All those things you have to answer.
My lords, it's a police department.
That's why. In the comparable, this, okay.
Essential.
How many vacancies when they accrued?
Please, let's statement also quoted. There is a statement.
You have stated that.
I have stated.
Just read it so that people will be
Please.
interested to know the proceedings of the court nowadays
Please,
because of so many things that are happening.
please.
Yes.
Let's annexure R1 is a statement. I'll read the corresponding pleadings. Para 17 minutes. Page 6.
Kindly answer our question.
Please.
What was the vacancy position? And how long it was lasting?
Please. Let's, can I read the paragraph?
Yav paragraph
Para 17 minutes.
17, huh?
Also. Page 6 minutes.
3,835 the cadre strength.
Please, minutes.
Correct?
Please.
1,835. Who fixes the cadre strength? Government.
Government.
Which section? Which rule?
Let's, it is the C&R, cadre and recruitment rules. Minutes.
Which provision?
Vacancy position.
And Magdal Kurshamudi or not? You take his assistants.
Let's, we have the rules. Minutes. I'll just place.
Our Magdal Kurshkadi, so that you can take
Please.
department is someone put. They cannot be on your fingertips.
Please.
You can take his assistants.
Please.
Let him give his name and designation.
Please, I will have it. It's going to
I
get.
tell him, if he lies to the court, something will happen to him.
Please.
Yes.
Please. As
So
per
cadre strength is 3,855.
3835.
Vacancy position.
Minutes, vacancy position, as on 1/1/25.
No. When did you issue the appointment orders? On that date, what was the vacancy position? That is relevant factor.
Please, minutes, in 25 minutes, we issued in the month of
Vacancy position is
vacancy position as on 1/1/25 I have given because the appointment orders were issued thereafter.
1/1/2025.
Please, minutes.
What was the vacancy position?
Minutes,
3,047.
3,047 were in working, 788 was a vacant position.
788. 700.
88.
How long this vacancy was lasting?
Minutes, the last recruitment was in 2019-20 where 500 PSIs.
You just warn him, warn your fellow, what I have said. Ask him to sit here. If he makes one false statement, he will not go home.
I have informed.
Yes.
My lords,
ಅವ್ರದ್ದು
ಇದು-
ನೇಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡಿ.
please.
ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಸರಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Lords, para 18 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, last major recruitment was in 2019-20.
No, we don't know all that.
Please, my lords.
788 vacancies. ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸದಿಂದ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಇತ್ತು? ಮೇ ಬಿ ಲಿಟಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ.
Please, my lords.
ಡೆತ್ಸ್, ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್,
Please.
ರಿಸಿಗ್ನೇಷನ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ.
Please.
ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಈ 788 ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸದಿಂದ ಇತ್ತು?
Lords, it would have accrued from 2019-20 was the last appointments that were made. So from
ಅವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು?
500.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತ? ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ? ಉಳಿದಿತ್ತ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಉಳಿದಿತ್ತು.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿದಿತ್ತು?
I'll get it. My lords, 500 PSIs were appointed, my lords, in 1920.
2020.
2020. My lords may take it as 2020.
500 PSIs.
PSIs.
Net 500.
ಹೌದು. And this notification
ಅವಾಗ 500 ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವಾಗ ವೇಕೆನ್ಸಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು?
ಅವಾಗ 540, my lords, on 21/1/21, I have advertised 545 vacancies.
21 ದಲ್ಲಿ.
21 ದಲ್ಲಿ. So that is the same recruitment, my lords, that is going on till now.
ಇದು ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇಂದ ಆಗಿದೆ ತಾನೆ?
ಇದೇ notification.
2020.
21.
21 ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನೋಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್
21/1/2021. 21/1/2021.
21.
Please, my lords.
Why they asked permission of the government? Which
Let's-
law provides for that?
Lords, under the transaction of business rules, my lords, these departments, my lords, function under the home department. Any decision, my lords, of the department, my lords, has to be by the concerned secretary.
Where is that? Then it amounts to assigning role to the government.
My lords,
If
here,
if there is conflict between transaction of business rules
please, my lords.
and these statutory rules, which
Please.
will prevail?
No, my lords, there is the permission that is sought.
Where is the provision that while making appointment, permission of the government has to be secured?
If you're doing it as per the rules, you don't need a permission.
That's what we are asking you.
Please, my lords.
No, we want to know
Please, my lords.
whether others were also involved in this or only this is done. Apparently, it appears to be contrary to law.
Apparently.
Apparently, it appears that way. Do you want to take corrective steps or you want us to do that? Compel you to do that? Now we have seen the selection list is the heartbeat of recruitment process.
Please.
Without that, I don't think that any rule with my limited exposure, I also do not know. Perhaps you have to enlighten us. Can there be appointment sans final selection list is the question.
Please, lords, in the rule provides a particular procedure, my lords, in which has to be followed prior to issuance of the appointment order. Now, the rule also provides for the role of the selection committee, the role of the appointing authority in the rule itself.
Correct.
Now, if in terms of the rule being operated as it is, now, my lords, there is no question of the government interfering if the rule is being operated as it is. But, my lords, here was a situation, an exceptional situation, my lords, where the appointing authority, my lords, and the selection authority felt some appointments have to be made. So they sought for the permission of the state government as to what to do.
Letter, where is that letter?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ this.
R2.
Hello, are 2 minutes.
How Director General and Inspector General is concerned with these rules? How DGP is concerned with these rules? What is the role assigned to him?
It's not in the context of the rules, my lords, but in the context of the hierarchy, my lords, of the functioning of the department.
Where is the hierarchy? Now they are a persona designator.
Please, my lords.
The selection committee is a persona designator.
Please.
Can it take things from outside? Not permissible. Otherwise, why we need the rules at all?
Lords,
The
The-
promulgating rules is
please,
to put the things in order in such a way
Yes.
that it will give least discretion to the operation agencies. And it does not permit extra departmental agencies.
please.
That is the object of rules. This is what at least
The selection committee is,
C.K. Allen writes in his Law in the Making.
please,
The purpose of law is that only, to curtail the powers of whoever, public power. They said selection committee would comprise of officials below DGP, IGP, correct?
please, my lords.
DG, IGP. Where is the role assigned to this Director General and Inspector General of Police in the rules?
Lords,
Where is the role assigned to the government? Not only it does not stop there, it goes beyond that.
Lords, in the departmental hierarchy, if something has to be written to the government,
We
ಅಲ್ಲ ADGP letter ಇದೆ, reference number 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
are asking him now.
Please,
Why ADGP involved the DGP? Where is the role? Why and in turn DGP involves the state government? State government in terms rights to central government. Central government in terms rights to ICJ, UNO, Security Council. Can we go that way? Rules operate in a particular sphere. Merely because hierarchy, then where is the meaning of having a persona designator?
Lords, the history of this case is this: when earlier we had held a recruitment, examination was held, my lords. Provisional select list, my lords, was announced. Then thereafter, my lords, the government got information with regard to certain malpractices, my lords, in the recruitment cell. Then, my lords, a CID inquiry was constituted. Based on the interim report, my lords, government intervened and passed the government order, my lords, cancelling the recruitment, ordering for a re-examination.
Where is power to the government to cancel?
Lords, that was, my lords, that was also part of canvas in the earlier round of litigation, where the persons in the provisional select list challenged that government order, ordering for a re-examination. Then, my lords, KIT, my lords, upheld those government orders, and thereafter, my lords, this honorable court, my lords, in a coordinate bench has also upheld that order, and Supreme Court has dismissed the SLPs.
Whether the government's role is discussed in those judgments?
My lords, and not only that, this honorable court went ahead and said the government has to assign this exam to another agency in the particular facts and circumstances of this case. So this honorable court, in fact, directed the government to ensure that the examination is conducted through another agency. So therefore, there was the government, my lords, was monitoring this. Thereafter, though in the rule context, KEA is not at all involved, government passed one more order, my lords, in terms of the order passed by this honorable court, assigning the exam function to the KEA. KEA then did its examination. So therefore, my lords, in the context, my lords, of the history of the present case, my lords, they would have written to the
Where is that judgment?
lords, it is part of paper. 6534.
91, page 91, volume 1.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Lords, it's in one of the paper books. I'll just point out.
Copy ideno Ravi? Whether government's authority to do. Have you read that judgment?
In fact, I think he had also appeared.
He appeared in that.
Appeared.
Government's role ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Which paragraph deals with power of the government to intervene in this? It was not raised at all.
Lords, it was not raised in the context, my lords, of the abdication of powers, or rather in the context, my lords, of it not being provided in the statutory scheme. But the decision of the government to hold a re-examination was under challenge.
That
It
is
was-
upheld.
It was justified and upheld.
Courts, writ courts uphold things for many reasons.
Please,
Which you have seen.
please.
Lord Radcliffe's judgment, which is referred in AR 1992, Supreme Court page 111, where they have referred to, Apex Court has referred to Lord Radcliffe's judgment as referred by Wade and Forsyth, and said the courts deny relief or grant relief for so many reasons. Unless law is declared.
I cannot use it as a President, my lords, for that point. I
Just
cannot
as
use
an event you will.
event. It is in the context, my lords.
You are
In fact,
right.
the final direction I'll read, to ensure fair re-examination, the state government shall enter the process of re-examination to an independent agency without charging any fresh fee to the.
So
candidates.
everybody proceeded on the assumption government has a role. And nobody brought to the notice of the court that this is the rule position. Rules are as clear as Gangetic waters. Nobody argued that. I assume we have
Illa,
not read that judgment.
That was in the. That was
That
in the
was not
context,
the-
my lords, but that was in the context where the head of recruitment cell, that is the ADGP was the main accused in that.
He himself was the.
Because OMR tampering took place, my lords, in the recruitment cell.
ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಕಿಂತನೂ ಹೊಲ್ಸಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತದ್ ಏನಿಲ್ವಾ?
ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ KA ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Marks have been forwarded. Then, my lords, we are now, my lords, actually their main contention, my lords, may I just point it out? This was a subsequent event which has been raised by.
ಏನಾಯ್ತಾ ADGP ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಹಾಗೆ ಮುಗಿದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅಕ್ವಿಟಲ್ ಪಕ್ವಿಟಲ್ ಹೋಗಿರತ್ತದು. ಅವರೇ ಅಕ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್, ಅವರೇ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟಿಗೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಏಜೆನ್ಸೀಸ್, ಅವರೇ ಪ್ರಾಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್, ಅವರೇ ಜಡ್ಜ್ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ.
Charge sheet has been filed. He was in custody, my lords, for long. My lords, there are two aspects of the fraud.
ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ? We want to know. Let people know
Please.
how long the case is going on. ನಾವು ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಿ, ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಜನರಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀರಿ. ಇಡೀ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂದೇನಾಯ್ತು?
I'll get the.
People should know.
Please.
People should know. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಇಟ್ಟೇವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ನೂ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ನೂ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಟಿವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜನರಿಗೆ. ADGP is an accused. ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರೋದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಜನರಿಗೆ? ಅಂಡ್ he was in the custody for long ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೋ ಸೋಲೇಸ್.
No, thereafter.
ನೋ ಸೋಲೇಸ್.
Please, my lords, status with regard to the charge sheet and what is the status of the trial, I'll just find out.
ಈಗಲೇ ತರಿಸಿ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್. ಅದೊಂದು ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ತೋರಿಸಿಲಿ, ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾನೋ ನಮ್ ಜನರಿಗೆ
Lords, there was a
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನೋಡುವಂಗೆ. ಹೌದು,
there was a provision where, my lords, you could one scanner was there where you could keep the paper and it would come up in the screen.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು.
ಇದೆ.
ಅದು ಒಂದೇ ದಾರಿ ನಮಗೀಗ. ಜನರು ಪೀಪಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ನೋ.
Please.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನರು ಮೆಜೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆ ಆರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋರು, ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ ವೆಂಡರ್ಸ್, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ನಡೆದಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಯಾಕೆ ಒದ್ದಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ, ಇವ್ರು ಯಾಕೆ ಮೆರೀತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಕೋತ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ದೇಶ.
Lords, it
ಬೇರೆ
was,
ದಾರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೀಗ. ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಅಷ್ಟರಿಂದ ನಡೆಯಲ್ಲ. ಜುಡಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ನಿಂದ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ಯೂರಿಟಿಯನ್ ಜುಡಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ನಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ನೋಡಿ ಹಿಂಗಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದಂಥದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರಿ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಬರೀ ಇದೊಂದು 2 ಕೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಉಳಿದೋರ್ ಗತಿ ಏನು? ಇದು ಒಂದ್ ರೀತಿ ಅಜಿಟೇಷನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ನಡೀತದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ಡೆಡಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಬೆಂಚೇ ಬೇಕು. ಹೌದು, ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋರು ಕೆಲಸ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಉಳ್ದೋರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಕಾಯ್ಕೋತ್ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರು, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾರ್ದೋ ಮನೆ ಹರಾಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತದೆ, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹಾಕೋತ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ? ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡನ್. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡ್ರಾ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ವಿ ಗೋ ಟು ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಲೈಕ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್, ಆ ರೀತಿ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಒಂದ್ ಲೈನ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇವರು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಬರೋರು, ಇವ್ರು DGP ಬರೋರು, DGP ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಬರೋರು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬರೀತು. ಬೇರೆ ಈ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯೂಟಸ್ ವೇ ಆಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ವಿಚ್ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಫಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಲೀಗಲ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ವರ್ಕ್, ಅದನ್ನ ಸಸ್ಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು? ಆಯ್ತು, ಅದಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ರಿ ನೀವು.
Please, only to hold the examination.
ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು
Please.
ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟೇ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಫೈನಲ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬಹಳ ಅರ್ಜೆನ್ಸಿ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಇದಾವು, ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಜನರನ್ನು ತುಂಬಿಡೋಣ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು ST ಬಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಬಸ್ಸಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಾವು ಚಿಕ್ಕವರಿಂದಾಗ. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗ ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ನಮ್ಗಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಡ್ಯೂ. ನಮಗೆ ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಗವರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಏನು? ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಗವರ್ನ್ಡ್, ABC ಆಫ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಫೇಮಸ್ ಆಥರ್ ಯಾರು, ಹರಾಲ್ಡ್ ಲೆಸ್ಕಿ, ದ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾಲಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನ? We have right to be governed and we have right to be less governed. Means proper officers are appointed, not any substandard people without. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅನೇಕ ಪವರ್ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಡಿಸ್ಮಿಸಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಫೇರ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. ಇವರನ್ನು ನೀವು ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ನಾಳೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. Your appointment itself is under the cloud. Now it has been set aside. Therefore, doctrine of de facto representation will not save them ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೇಸ್ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಲಕ್ಷ ಕೇಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ.
Please.
Then the matter travel Turkey,
ಧರ್ಮಪಾಲ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್. ನಮ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಇದೆ ಧರ್ಮಪಾಲ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಜಸ್ಟಿಸ್.
without treating it as a precedent. These instances are also there apparently.
Yes, correct.
Let's, I'll just respond to that submission. Let's, we will, initially my lords have in fact said that if the government could take any corrective action, we
ಅಲ್ಲ,
can.
ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ
Please.
ವಾಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್?
No, in the context.
ವೆರಿ ದಿ ಪವರ್.
No, my lords, I'll just put government in the sense, my lords, including
Officers.
the officers, including the.
ಬಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ
recruitments.
ಯಾಕೆ ಆಯ್ತು? ಒಬ್ಬ ಯಾರು IGP ನ DIG ನ ಜೈಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದ ಯಾರು?
ADGP recruitment.
ADGP, Additional Director General of Police was sent to custody. We can say custody. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೂ ಸಹಿತ
Please.
ಮುಂದೆ ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
No, this is.
ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲೇ
ಇಲ್ಲ, that was in 2002, my lords.
2002
2002 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿ,
ಆಗಿ
then government, this honorable court upheld the decision.
entrusted it to the Mr. Ramesh. It was
My lords, that
entrusted.
examination was scrapped. An examination where the malpractice was held, there are two frauds that were discovered. A Bluetooth fraud, second thing is OMR tampering. OMR tampering, my lords, happened at the recruitment cell itself. That is where the Bluetooth fraud, there is a separate gang for that, my lords, for which again investigation has happened. CID has filed reports in respect of that.
ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಪಲ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ?
I'll give you the status, my lords. There,
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಟಸ್
I'll give the status. I'll give. But my lord, thereafter, government, it was decided, my lords, this honorable court also directed that the new the examination should be conducted by a separate agency this time. So, my lords, KEA, we have assigned the function, my lords, of holding the exam to the Karnataka Examination Authority.
Correct.
Karnataka Examination Authority has held the examination and, my lords, sent us the merit list. On the basis of that, my lords, further proceedings have taken place with regard to the provisional select list. After the provisional select list, before appointment orders are issued, though, my lords, there are two things that come in between: intervening factors of publication of a provisional select list and a final select list. The intervening substantial compliance with regard to medical examination, with regard to inquiry regarding suitability and Sindhutva, everything is
Everything is done except drawing the final select.
except because there, the understanding of the authorities is there could be only one final select list. In view of interim orders that are operating in other cases and in view of also interim order operating in this case, instead of doing piecemeal final select list, it will get delayed. Government imposed that condition. Now, my lords, my lords, on the last date of hearing, my lords have passed an order stating that they can continue to undergo training, but they should not be given posting orders. That was the order, and they were,
ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು?
my lords, 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
ನಾವು
But
ಕೇಸ್ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೋ ಕೆಲಸ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ
please,
ನಮ್ ಫಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 7 ವರ್ಷ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ.
Yeah.
ಸೊ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಶುಡ್ ಗೋ ಆನ್ ಫಾರ್ 7 years.
no, my lords, I'll put it. I'll just, I understand, my lords, where my lords are coming from. The main grievance of the original applicants or the petitioners herein is not with regard to this event. My lords. This is a subsequent event that has happened, which, my lords, in fact, they have been using, my lords, to say, to bring to the notice of the court, and certainly we are bound to answer. Their main contention is as against the KEA with regard to evaluation of 2 papers. One is with regard to key answers. Another one is with regard to, my lords, a double and triple evaluation.
Yes.
So that aspect, my lords, has to be considered. In the meantime, this development has taken place. Now, my lords, the fact that the position, what was the extant position, I have placed it before my lords. My lords had permitted us to explain the circumstances in which we have issued this appointment orders, where we have placed this statement. Now, my lords, I would just put it this way, my lords. The training, the appointment orders, my lords, were issued in the month of January. It has been, my lords, another 3 months. I personally, my lords, would feel, I'll put it to the authorities concerned, that it is not too late in the day to take some action so that the main matter could be heard, my lords, instead of this issue taking up the attention of the court. Please, my lord. If I may request, my lords, to grant me some time to come back to my lords on this aspect of the matter. because my lords have already asked us to notify everybody who has been given an appointment order.
Yes.
We have notified everybody, all their signatures, my lords, because they were in the training centers, physically also notified, and their signatures have been taken, because they have also put on notice that the matter is before this court. Lords, may I just seek a week's indulgence from my lords to come back to the court with regard to
What you can
what to do instead of my lords agitating on the legality of otherwise of my lords my appointment orders. Because at the end of the day, my lords, again, it is like giving a hope that if the state is defending again, it is giving a hope that my appointment orders are valid.
valid.
And it
Already they are in the, they are halfway through in the training.
no,
They are halfway through in
ಇಲ್ಲ,
the
ಒಂದು
training.
2-3 months ಆಗಿದೆ.
3 months.
2-3 months ಆಗಿದೆ. If anything could be done, it is better it is done right now. As an officer of the court, I'm saying that, and I will advise my client accordingly. So kindly give me a short accommodation, my lords. I'll come back to the court.
ಇವ್ರು ಕೇಳೋಣ ಏನಂತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನು ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರು ಹೇಳಿಕ್ಕಿದೆಯಾ? ಇವ್ರಂತಾರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿವಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಕಡೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀರೋ ಅಥವಾ ಅವರು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀರೋ? ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಲೀವ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ಯು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಮಿಟ್ ಯು ಟು ರೀ-ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ದಟ್ ವೇ.
ಅವ್ರು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ
ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯೂ, ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆಯ್ತು, ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾನೂನು ವೈಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ? ಇದು ಆಯ್ತು, ಇದನ್ನ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಇದು ಕಳ್ಳ ತನ್ನ ಗುಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಂಗೆ. ಏನಂತ? ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್, ಸ್ಟೋಲನ್ ಗುಡ್ಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಆನರಬಲಿ. ವಿಲ್ ಯು ಲೀವ್ ಹಿಮ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಆನರಬಲಿ?
Charge sheet was filed.
ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಅದೇನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ.
That is in respect of the
ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಫೈಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು?
I will
ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಆಯ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ಲೋ?
ಹಾ.
ಯಾಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ?
please.
ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಫೈಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅದ್ರ ಕಾಪಿ ಬೇಕು.
I will
Because
please,
that will cast shadow
please.
on this matter. It's not that
I'll do
we want to monitor that, etc. But we want to, we will, at least we can tell the concerned in the judicial level itself. It is like this, whether fault lies with the prosecutors or with the trial judge, or unnecessarily adjournments are being granted or secured. These things we want to know. We have to tell the concerned here, our leader, we have to tell this is happening. Otherwise, who will inform them? Nobody will inform. Well, just ಬೇಕು ಹಂಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಾರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಷನ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಜರ್ನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಕ್ರಿಮಿನಲ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ?
I'll give the status.
ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಕಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲರದು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು ಹಂಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೋತ್ ಹೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಜನರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಸ್ಬೇಕು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಏನೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದಾವ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಮೊದ್ಲೇ ಕೋರ್ಟಿಗೆ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಗೌರವ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಂಗೆ. ಇಂಥ ಹೊತ್ತಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ದ ಗೌರವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ಹಂಗೆ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಂಗ ಹೊಂಟು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಜನ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪಾಪ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಡಿಸಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಏನೇನಾಗಿದೆ ಆ ಕೇಸ್ನಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾರಿ ಅಜರ್ನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಷನ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಯಾಕೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬಿಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ.
I will give it.
ಅದಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಅಕ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೋ ಅಷ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಲರ್ನೆಡ್ AG representing the state and its officials
Please.
has filed the statement of objections on behalf of respondent numbers 1, 3 and 4.
ನಾನಿಲ್ಲ.
First off, in his usual style of impression, argued for a long and record is available in the online hearing. First, we had put certain questions to which, in all fairness, answered inter alia stating that the subject rules have been framed, promulgated under the Karnataka Civil Services Act 1978